Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are listening and watching this news update. I am the CHALL, and what a week for Disney. The D23 Expo was this previous weekend just gone. We're going to go through everything that's been announced from the Disney parks and the attractions. So we're not just talking Disneyland Paris, California Adventure. We're not just talking about the Walt Disney World. We're not just talking about the original Disney park. We're not even just talking about the Asian Disney parks. We are talking about the latest revealed from even the Disney cruise lines. We're going to go through everything in the attractions industry that has been revealed in the D23 Expo 2024. Before we get started, on YouTube, make sure you like the video, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, subscribe if you are new around here, click the notification bell so you never miss another YouTube upload on Chall Chats. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. Let's get there as soon as possible, please. It would really help a lot. Along with that, make sure you check out our X, Instagram, and TikTok platforms. And along with all that, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, make sure you follow, make sure you download, and make sure you check out all the other podcast forms of these news updates on all platforms through the Acast website. Make sure you also go look at the website of our partners, The Deck. We bring you the latest sports news, gaming news, and entertainment news. I'm sure there'll be plenty of entertainment news from the D23 Expo to come online on the website. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, thrill seekers of all ages, today, Chall Chats, the D23 Expo from the attractions point of view. So let's get started then. We'll start with Disney California Adventure and with some of the stuff that they've revealed in the Expo. So we're going to kick off with Coco's Dart Ride. So this is the new dart ride themed to the Pixar film Coco. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a wonderful movie, and my God, they're creating a wonderful attraction here. It's a brand new boat-style dart ride. So all the information in this video is from Screamscape, so we're going to go through it detail by detail. So then, this new planned dart ride themed to the film Coco will be coming. Climb aboard and go on a musical journey across the veil to see the land of the dead. Construction is apparently set to begin in 2026. So you're probably looking at a 2027-2028 opening, in my opinion, for this attraction. I love that they're doing a Coco dart ride. I think that Coco is a wonderful movie. The style, the design, the graphics, everything involved. It's so unique. It's so enthralling. It's so enticing. I think it's brilliant for all ages. I think it's going to give me real It's a Small World vibes in terms of the landscape, in terms of the beauty, the grace, the fluidity of the ride, the flow of the attraction. It's going to give me kind of Day of the Dead, It's a Small World kind of collage vibes. Not Clash vibes, but collage vibes. And I think the California Adventure is going to do some wonderful things with this Coco-themed dart ride experience. And the fact that it's a boat ride as well, so you're sailing on the water through the land of the dead, I think it's a brilliant, brilliant tribute to this cultural festival. And I think that it's a brilliant tribute to the movie, which pays homage to this cultural festival. I think this is going to be a wonderful attraction, and I really can't wait to cover more construction updates on this attraction here on Chall Chats. Next up, we have an expansion to the Avengers campus, which is in development. So they confirmed that construction will begin to add 2 new attractions to the Avengers campus at Disney California Adventure, and construction will begin in 2025. We've heard about the Avengers-themed dart ride, which will now be called Avengers Infinity Defense. Guests will jump between worlds to stop the rise of King Thanos. The second attraction will be called Stark Flight Lab. Now, this attraction is very simple. You can sit in a 2-person pod with a friend, which will be grabbed by a robot arm, which will begin to toss and whirl you around in a simulation of flight. In short, if you've seen the Robo Coaster concepts, where riders are thrown about by a giant Kulka arm, then this looks to be the same kind of concept, or a similar kind of ride experience concept for this attraction. The difference is that, according to the concept art, the guests are loaded in one pod, where riders in the second pod experience the attraction. So it looks like the arm will disconnect from one pod to attach to the other, increasing overall guest capacity. These two new attractions are going to be wonderful additions to the Avengers campus. I think that first of all, the Starlight Lab, it's a traditional roller coaster style attraction with an increase in capacity. It's a very unique style of attraction. And I think that Disney are going to do a really, really good job with this one. I think that they're really, really pushing this one. And I think that they're going to do an incredible job in terms of really bringing you into Starlight Lab and really giving you that whirling sensation. Now, from the dark ride perspective, I think that Avengers Infinity Defense is going to be a wonderful attraction. I think that the storyline of this and the overall theme of this storyline and the way it entices you into this kind of Infinity War style attraction, I think that I think it'll play some part in the Infinity War kind of universe, and I think that Avengers Infinity Defense will be a wonderful attraction for Disney California Adventure and a wonderful way to round off the expansion as the signature of the two attractions in the Avengers Campus expansion development at Disney's California Adventure. Finally, for Disney's California Adventure at the D23 Expo, the presentation that focused on new attractions confirmed that an entire Avatar-themed land will be opening at California Adventure. The land will be different from the one built in Florida, which is inspired by the first film. The land and development for California will be themed to fit in with the areas seen in Avatar 2, The Way of Water, as well as the upcoming Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. Given the scale of this project in terms of the location itself remains to be seen, though one of those expansions over Disneyland Drive to retake one of the parking lots would be probably a necessary guess in terms of when you look at the scale of this brand new area. Now, on the attraction side of things, this will not be clear at the minute how many attractions will be fitted in the area, but concept art shows a unique boat ride. Personally, we think that this could be some kind of unique Flume system like Shanghai Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, where it floats around real-world scenes and is able to rotate the boat in order to focus attention on projection-based scenes along the way. Now, no timeline was given for this new area, but we wouldn't expect to see this one happen until at least 2030, as other projects close to happening were of course previously confirmed, as we talked about earlier. So Avatar Land seems like a real long-term project. You're talking the next decade probably here with this development. And here on Chall Chats, we love this brand new Avatar Land. We love the fact that it's going to take homage of Avatar 2, the upcoming Avatar 3, and it's going to be a new generation Avatar themed area. It's not going to be like Florida with Pandora, the world of Avatar. And I think that it's really unique to see that. Now, for me, on the attraction side of it, I love the fact that they're going with a similar ride system to Pirates of the Caribbean at Shanghai. I think that it was a very unique, immersive attraction, that version of Pirates. And I think that using that same boat ride system with Avatar, I think is a very, what looks to be a very, very strong choice. I think that thematically, I think that innovatively, creatively, design-wise, I think it's a very, very smart choice. And I think that everyone's going to be immersed into this world of Avatar. And here on Chall Chats, we cannot wait for Avatar Land post-2030, which is probably the most likely guess at this stage, with the Coco boat ride and with the Avengers Campus expansion as well. In terms of the order of the three, it's looking like with the construction timings for the other two attractions, it's probably going to be the Avengers Campus expansion first, then the Coco boat ride, and then we're going to get the world of Avatar, this Avatar Land. Here on Chall Chats, Disney's California Adventure has some wonderful, wonderful new things planned, and we're going to cover them right here on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. So we now go to the original Disney park, Disneyland, and our first piece of news from the D23 Expo from a Disneyland park point of view, we have the confirmed opening date of their big new attraction this year, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the retheme and refurbishment of the original Splash Mountain ride. So then, this new ride will be opening confirmed on the November 15th date of 2024. So the 15th of November, you're going to get to experience the reimagined Splash Mountain. They also confirmed the former Critter Country section of the park will be renamed as Bayou Country once the attraction opens to the general public. Bayou Country will contain the existing Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh dart ride, the Davy Crockett's Explorer canoes, and a freshly reimagined Hungry Breet Barbecue Jamboree restaurant. Now, we've already seen previous updates from the Disney parks as they opened Tiana's Palace, inspired by the characters from The Princess and the Frog, in the New Orleans Square section of the theme park. The menu featuring an assortment of Southern Creole and Cajun cuisine. And here on Chall Chats, we can't wait to see the next phase of this Princess and the Frog transformation with the opening of Tiana's Palace. And now we finally have the opening date for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So when you look at Tiana's Bayou Adventure and what this attraction's set to look like, I'm so excited. Obviously, Splash Mountain, it bid its farewell in 2023, and here on Chall Chats, we were sad to lose that classic attraction. However, I think that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is the perfect refurbishment. It's right with the current day. It's right with the times. I think that the theming and the design of the experience is spot on. I think the way that they've utilized the story, I think the way they've incorporated the theming, nature, the way they've incorporated the original track system and ride experience into this brand new adventure. I think Disney have pat themselves on the back for this one. They've knocked it out of the ballpark completely. And here on Chall Chats, we can't wait to see all the opening day shots and videos from the opening of Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland. Now then, in 2025, the Disneyland park will be opening a brand new attraction, Walt Disney A Magical Life. The Main Street Opera House will be home to this brand new attraction. While great moments with Mr. Lincoln will return in the future, the attraction will make way for a new one of significance in 2025, which will feature the first ever animatronic figure of Walt Disney himself. It is a historic moment for the Disney parks, and I'm really excited about this. Great care is being taken, according to Screamscape, to bring the founder of all things Disney to stage in an all-new presentation experience that will show off what it might have been like to stop by Walt Disney's office back in the day to see what he was dreaming up next. The concept is fitting, as Disney himself dreamed of an idea of creating audio animatronic figures as a way to bring great icons from history's past to life on a stage. Now, just as the Disneyland park guests will witness great moments with Mr. Lincoln at the Hall of Presidents, today's guests will get a chance to witness a recreation of Walt Disney himself. Now, as we've said, Mr. Lincoln will be returning in the future, as they've announced that once the initial new run of the Walt Disney presentation's over, the plan is to operate Great Moments attraction in rotation with the new Walt Disney presentation. So the idea, since the success of Walt Disney, following the success of the Walt Disney Magical Life attraction, is to run them both simultaneously in rotational fashion in the same building. So that is the details on Walt Disney A Magical Life, and I'm really excited about this. I think that overall for me, I think Disney have played themselves really well on this particular project. I think that Disney have played themselves wonderful with this. I think that they've incorporated the magic of Walt Disney and what he's built, what he's created from start to finish, what it looks like the present day. If Walt Disney was here right now, he'd be smiling. He'd be absolutely smiling about this. And here on Chall Chats, we can't wait to bring you more updates and potential more footage down the line from Walt Disney and Magical Life, because we want to go and experience the attraction ourselves, and hopefully here on Chall Chats we will be able to experience it for ourselves. Our final update from the D23 Expo from a Disneyland park point of view is Smugglers Run, Mando and Grogu. Ever since seeing the Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, the video game style experience expanded, or needed to expand, and Disneyland did a really good job with Smugglers Run, but it was time to increase it even further, and other missions could have been available, and Disney finally agreed with all of us, and in 2026, just in time for the launch of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie hitting the theaters that year, a new story will feature Mando and Grogu will also be dropping into the Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run attraction at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World in Florida. So you've got two Disney parks adding this extension of the storyline into the Smugglers Run attraction. So just a little update there, but again, it's great to see Disney updating the attraction with the latest from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie set to hit the theatres in a couple of years' time. And here on Chall Chats, we love this brand new detail. We love the information given to us about Smugglers Run and the extension of that attraction at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Speaking of Walt Disney World, let's head over there now. So we're going to start off with the Magic Kingdom, and Disney Starlight will debut in 2025. It's been a long time since Walt Disney World offered a large-scale nighttime parade at the Magic Kingdom, after the retirement of the Main Street Electrical Parade and Spectro Magic many years ago. The park's after-dark spectacles have remained focused on project and fireworks shows viewed in front of the Disney Castle. However, now we are finally going to change all that in the summer of next year, with the debut of the new Disney Starlight Parade that will feature fan-favourite characters and music from animated films like Peter Pan, Frozen, Encanto, and much, much more. Disney Starlight is going to be a wonderful, fantastic parade, and finally Magic Kingdom gets the big nighttime parade it's been looking for so many years. Disney Starlight is going to be a wonderful experience. It's already giving me vibes of Disney Dreams as a parade version, Fantalusion, it's Disneyland Paris. It's giving me those kind of vibes, that kind of nighttime illuminating parade. It's going to go through the streets, and Magic Kingdom is going to be immersed in this illusion and world of elusive color. And Starlight for me is going to be a wonderful parade. I think the concept art, which we put on your screen here on YouTube, of course, those listening on Spotify can go and check out Screamscape. In the description down below, the articles are all linked via the Screamscape website, which I've linked in the description on podcast form as well. So those of you listening on Spotify and Apple can go and check that out for yourselves to see all the concept images that we show on YouTube. But if you're watching on YouTube, you'll agree with me. The concept art looks phenomenal. Now then, let's get into our next Magic Kingdom update from the D23 Expo announcements. Not a lot of details, but we do have some details on the pirate-themed Tavern, which will be opening in 2025. At this week's D23, they confirmed the new pirate-themed lounge is still on the way and will be opened sometime in 2025 at the Magic Kingdom. So not a lot to go on in terms of extra details. However, the Pirates Tavern from the concept art that we showed you from D23 looks absolutely phenomenal. And I think that theming-wise, design-wise, I think that Disney are really playing this off very, very well. I think they're giving off a very nice old rustic pirate tavern vibe with the parrot just chilling out in his little hammock in the top corner. And here on Chall Chats, we are looking forward to seeing the opening of the Yoho Pirates Tavern in 2025. Arr. Next up from the Magic Kingdom, and we have a car-themed attraction space coming to the park. It'll take over and reimagine a small section of the Frontierland area. They say there'll be 2 car-themed attractions, one of which will be an off-road rally race through the mountains, while the other ride will be a smaller scale attraction themed for the smaller races in the family. So while we didn't get much concept art in terms of giving away any big details about the potential attractions, what you just heard there about the details around this attraction, one for the smaller races and an off-road rally race. Immediately, in my head, when I look at previous cars areas at Disney parks, I'm thinking it's going to be a potential demolition derby for the smaller attraction. The Zamperla version, of course, that's the Cars Route on Rally from Disneyland Paris at the Walt Disney Studios Park, of course, soon to be known Disney Adventure World. Love that name, by the way. I think that something like that could be the case, or it could be one of those small drifter attractions, if you know, you'll know what I mean. You look at the Air Tigers concept from Zamperla, for example, maybe something like that, but not inverted, so something on the ground, maybe like a proper drifter attraction, like a proper classic whip type ride almost. So we could see something like that with you stepping into the cars from the movies and being, you know, whipped around these corners in this little fun kind of race attraction. In terms of the main attraction, like I said, I'm thinking Radiator Springs Racers, something like that. Could be a wonderful, could be a test track style system, but themed around cars and, you know, Radiator Springs and the desert canyon valley around it. something like that on a much larger scale. So this is taking over a small section of Frontierland, but it's got a decent amount of space behind it from what we understand. So I think that something like a Radiator Springs Races could be a really good attraction. I think that plus a smaller attraction, I think it'd be a wonderful addition to Frontierland. And I think that Cars with Frontierland makes a lot more sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it matches together very, very well. And here on Chall Chats, we cannot wait for this brand new expansion with the Cars franchise in Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom. And finally, from the Magic Kingdom, we have probably the biggest update from this park, and that is Villain Land. And oh my giddy auntie, I love the concept art for this, which you see here on YouTube. The idea of a villain-themed park or land has been a long dream far, far away for Disney fans, and at last, they're going all out for the Magic Kingdom to debut a Villain's Land. The timeline on this project has not been given, so we expect this to be very much concept and still many years away from reality. But they do confirm they will feature 2 major attractions, as well as a new dining and shopping space, of course. Now, this is expected to take over the undeveloped space beyond Big Thunder Mountain, and will likely head back around the river to connect with Fantasyland near the Haunted Mansion attraction. Of course, there is the Cars-themed attraction space coming to Frontierland as well, which will likely be going first, closer to Big Thunder Mountain, and serve as a transitional area between Frontierland and Fantasyland, and in the middle, you've got Villain Land. We've got the feeling this concept is very much in flux in terms of what it will actually look like. However, stay tuned for more, because I'm sure we're going to get several rumours over the next several years on Screamscape, and we'll deliver them here on Chall Chats. But when you look at the concept art, what do you notice instantly? What do you see when you look at the concept art on your screen? What do you see? I know what I see. I know exactly what I see. Look at the top left corner on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, look at the top left corner. I think that's Roller Coaster Track. I think for certain that is Roller Coaster Track. And here on Chall Chats, I cannot wait. Now, in terms of the attractions being confirmed, we don't know for certain. But look at the bottom of your screen. Just look at the bottom there. Do you see some track going at the bottom of your screen? Some people might have noticed, some people might not have. But look at the track at the bottom of your screen going through underneath the floor. That looks unbelievable. Now look at the castle at the back of your screen. I think, in my opinion, that is where the 2 attractions could be held. Or look at the building near the rockwork on the right of your screen on YouTube. That could also be a space for a potential dart ride. I think we're looking here at both a dart ride and a roller coaster, and I am all here for it for Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom. Villains Land looks absolutely spectacular. I just can't believe that we're getting a Villains Land finally. Disney fans, like myself, have been wanting a Villains Land for many, many years. And here on Chall Chats, we're finally going to be delivering everything on the Villains Land project. We're going to deliver you construction updates. We're going to deliver you the latest speculation, the latest news, the latest confirmed rumours, the latest rumours around the mill in the theme park industry surrounding this new area. We're going to deliver you update by update coverage of Villains Land from early concepts today right through to the opening day many, many years down the line. We cannot wait to grow up with this project, and here on Chall Chats, we really, really am very excited about the addition of Villains Land at the Magic Kingdom. So let's now head off to the next Walt Disney World park, and that is Animal Kingdom, which confirmed a couple of attractions in the D23 Expo. First of all, we go to Tropical Americas and the Encanto and Indiana Jones projects. We kind of knew this was going to come at some point, and now it's been made official by Disney. Dinoland USA will make way later this year to bring a new Tropical Americas themed land called Pueblo Esperanza to life in the Animal Kingdom, featuring themed attractions to Indiana Jones and Encanto by 2027. Work is set to begin at the end of this year on this new 11-acre section of the theme park, with the goal of creating a world that feels very lived in and natural, just like the other areas of the Animal Kingdom. This will include a large hacienda, which will be one of the largest quick service restaurants in all of Walt Disney World. Probably probably all the Disney chain as well. In the centre of the new village area will be a large fountain and a new carousel featuring animals from your favourite Disney stories. Indiana Jones is also coming to the area with a major new ride experience that they say will be different from any other Indiana Jones themed attraction in the world. You will join Dr. Jones on a new adventure to explore a perfectly preserved Mayan temple to see if the rumours about the lair of a large mythical creature are true or not. As you might expect, the current dinosaur attraction will be transformed into this new Indiana Jones adventure attraction. So you are not seeing, as far as I'm aware, a brand new ride system. You are seeing a full refurbishment of the current dinosaur attraction in that area of the park. The other new attraction opening in the area will be themed to Encanto. It will be the first ever Encanto themed attraction in the world. Journey into the casita, just as Antonio has received his special gift, the ability to communicate with animals and venture into his rainforest themed room to go on an adventure with the magical family. From the sound of things, the plan is to construct in phases around the area rather than a total closure of it all at once. So guests will still have plenty of time to experience the dinosaur dart ride before it's gone for good. So if we base it on that, Screamscape believes that they will see the Village and Encanto themed attractions open first and Indiana Jones last in 2027. And I fully agree with him on that one. I think that I fully agree with that one. Now, when you look at the concept art from this Tropical Americas area, it just looks absolutely stunning. I mean, you've got a carousel in there. You've got so many wonderful themed structures and landscapes. The Indiana Jones attraction looks absolutely spot on from the concept art. The Encanto house, traveling in, seeing this experience. In terms of the train for the Encanto ride system, from the concept art you're seeing on your screen throughout this bit of the report, you are looking at that and thinking it's going to be a traditional dark ride experience. However, there's nothing shown below the attraction, so you might end up seeing a potential boat ride system. You just don't know yet. I think there's a potential to see this boat ride system, but we just don't know for certain yet. So overall for me, this looks absolutely fantastic, and I just really can't wait. Animal Kingdom knocked their announcement straight out of the park, and here on Chall Chats, we cannot wait to experience the brand new attractions that lie within the Animal Kingdom. This is their major project. I don't think Animal Kingdom really needed to announce anything else. I think that this was enough because they were delivering a unique attraction, and I really can't wait to see what happens next beyond 2027 for the Animal Kingdom theme park. Next up, from the Walt Disney World, we go to Epcot, and we have some confirmed details on Test Track version 3. Disney confirmed the new version of Test Track will be ready to reopen to guests sometime in 2025. Yay! And this will help celebrate the past, present, and future. The new queue will feature 6 different exhibit spaces, each themed to the vehicles of an era. While, in quote, new show scenes will be added, showcasing technological advances and how our lifestyles and relationships to mobility connect everyone. Enjoy a joyride through scenes featuring an onboard technology, customization, and personalization, followed by a trip through a scenic outdoor route, reminding us all of the joys of driving, taking in the world around us, and spending quality time with friends and family. Now, we said goodbye to the original version of the Test Track back in June 2024, and obviously we said goodbye to that version of the Test Track, and we knew this version 3 was coming. It's going to be ready for 2025. I really can't wait for this. I feel like Test Track is an iconic Disney attraction. I think the work they're going to do inside it is brilliant. You've seen previous concept art down the line months ago with the outside and the exterior of the new Test Track. I think they're doing a really good job with this, and I think that Epcot's going to really knock it out of the park with this attraction, and I really can't wait to see the opening of Test Track version 3 in 2025. Now, this isn't the only news confirmed by Disney's Epcot. They also confirmed that a Spaceship lounge space will be opening at the park sometime in 2025. Now, this again is another wonderful addition to the park, and I think it gives another big nod to the sci-fi exploration atmosphere they're trying to indulge and immerse visitors into. And here on Chall Chats, we fully support everything going on at Epcot and everything across the Disney parks. Finally then, for the Walt Disney World, we go to Hollywood Studios, and as we said before, Smugglers Run, Mando and Grogu will debut ahead of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie hitting the theatres. A new story featuring the two characters will drop into Smugglers Run at Walt Disney World, just like we talked about with Disneyland. However, that wasn't the main announcement from Hollywood Studios. Oh my giddy auntie, we are getting the Pixar Place expansion, and finally, if you've been a Disney fan for decades, you'll know how long we've waited for this. Monsters Inc. Door Coaster will be opening at the park. The new ride concept has been kicking around since 2001. This ride concept has been around for nearly 25 years. And here on Chall Chats, we can fully reveal that this concept is finally coming, the Monsters Inc. Door Coaster. This time it isn't just a new ride, it's a whole Monsters Inc. themed mini-land. You can stroll through the streets of Monstropolis, go on a tour of the power plant, and get to ride on this what looks like from the concept of a coma suspended roller coaster through the door vault as seen in the classic film finale. According to an article, work will begin sometime next year in 2025, so I guess the potential next question is, where's it going to go? Given the proximity, according to Screamscape, to the Pixar Place and Toy Story Land, they do potentially wonder if it's time to potentially say goodbye to the old animation courtyard building complex. Of course, this could also potentially mark the end of the Muppets courtyard area if they wanted to build on the other side of the park. I guess we'll have to wait and see on the location of the ride. And as for the ride itself, as we've already talked about, it looks to be a Vekoma-style family inverted coaster, which fits in with the rumours for the past 20 years. However, we do wonder, what if Disney went to the next level? What if they went for the fly concept? What if they went for the Vekoma flying coaster, like what we saw with Fly at Phantasialand in Germany, which allows for a more comfortable loading experience? Here on Chall Chats, we're going to keep tuned to everything surrounding the door coaster concept, because finally, this project is all systems go. So the Monsters Inc. Door Coaster, the expansion of Pixar Place, and the Monstropolis mini area with what looks like a little play area in amongst that concept. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm sure those of you watching this video, listening to this news update on all platforms, can't wait for this as well. I'm in shock. I've waited for this for so long now. I was barely even 1 year old when this concept originally came out. When I first became an enthusiast at 10 years old, I read all about the Monsters Inc. Door Coaster concept, the Vekoma suspended coaster concept with the Monsters Inc. theme for Hollywood Studios. This has been a concept that's been ticking around for a while now. I'm sure the excitement was brewing like a witch's cauldron down in the deep of night. And here on Chall Chats, just like Villains Land, we cannot wait to finally deliver updates, construction, opening of the Monsters Inc. Door Coaster. We really want to try and make it to the opening of this new ride at some time down the line, and hopefully, fingers crossed, here on Chall Chats, we can travel over to Hollywood to bring you opening day coverage of the Monsters Inc. Door Coaster and the Monstropolis mini area expansion of the Pixar Place themed section. But I just can't wait to see this ride. I've waited for it for so long now, as long as I've been an enthusiast, and I really can't wait to see what this attraction will bring. Will it have, in terms of an onload-offload process, will it have a dual elevator system, a tracking elevator system in terms of offloading and unloading them through the queue line into the station of the experience? I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure they've got some great aces up their sleeve. There was a model revealed at the expo as well. It looks like a potential elevator dual system. So I think that overall for me, it's going to be a wonderful experience. And here on Chall Chats, we cannot wait to bring you more on the Monsters Inc. Door Coaster. Finally, for Hollywood Studios, the Door Coaster is opening. We're going to go to Tokyo Disneyland. Now, from the announcement and from the announcements from D23 Expo, They're going to launch a brand new nighttime spectacular this year on the 20th of September called Reach for the Stars. We don't know much more than that. However, here on Chall Chats, we can't wait to see more about this particular new nighttime spectacular. Now, in 2026 at Tokyo Disneyland, we've got some big shocks on the cards, and my god, they delivered. Look at this for a surprise. Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters that just turned 20 will close in October this year and will be replaced by a brand new interactive dark ride themed to Wreck-It Ralph. I love that movie and I can't wait for this ride experience. According to the press release, guests will enter the candy-themed racing game Sugar Rush, being attacked by sugar bugs, glitches created by King Candy, aka, spoiler, Turbo-tastic. Guests team up with the beloved film characters Ralph and Princess Vanellope Von Sweets to transform the sugar bugs back to their original kawaii confectionery, such as cookies and cakes. While the final name of the new attraction is yet to be announced, the park did confirm it will be ready to open sometime in 2026, and the neighbouring Planet M gift shop will be rethemed to fit this new attraction. The timing, however, is interesting according to Screamscape, as the park's Tomorrowland will be undergoing some significant changes over the next 2 years, with the closing of Space Mountain taking place, or already taking place. We also have the Buzz Lightyear closing, but the newer version of Space Mountain won't be ready until 2027. Now, the closure of both attractions down the centre of Tomorrowland itself creates an interesting void. Now, with the Wreck-It Ralph Dark Ride announcement back in April, obviously concept art's been revealed since then. We didn't want to... we know this one wasn't really a D23 announcement. However, we just want to include this to kind of keep the buzz going about Disney. This wasn't a D23 announcement. Let's make this very, very clear. The Wreck-It Ralph Dark Ride wasn't a D23 announcement. However, it was very, very clear to me when I looked at this project that I had to talk about this because this looks spectacular. So as we've said, and as we put on your screen when we started talking about this new attraction, this wasn't a D23 announcement. However, I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about this new Wreck-It Ralph attraction, this new Wreck-It Ralph Dark Ride experience. I love it. I love it. Yes, it's going to be sad to see the closure of Astro Blasters, and I'm sure that more details could have been revealed about Wreck-It Ralph at the D23, but I just can't wait for this attraction. I wanted to build the hype up, talk about something other than D23, but still fitted with the Disney parks. Wreck-It Ralph looks amazing from the concept art, and here on Chall Chats, again, this is a project we're going to be covering from the ground up, from the very start, from the closure. Obviously, it was announced that Astro Blasters will close in October this year. Again, another reason why I want to cover this news update in amongst the D23 announcements, because it was very, very important to me to give you guys the closing day of Wreck-It Ralph, the closing day of Astro Blasters, ready for the transformation into Wreck-It Ralph. And from Tokyo, we go over to Shanghai, where there was one major announcement. Now, we know about this project already. Shanghai Disneyland, back in April, the end of April this year, was apparently looking to build a large new roller coaster that will feature forward and backward launch sections, with a layout drawing discovered within government permits filed, seeming to be reposted on social media, with the trains moving in some kind of scene area and stop, only to be launched right into the backward section of the ride first, before coming to a stop within another ride building, then launching forwards into a much longer forward-facing ride portion. This 5/6 acre site for the new attraction has now got a theme. They've confirmed they're planning a new attraction themed to Spider-Man as the park's first thrill ride themed to Marvel. Based on the concept artwork, this will be the planned roller coaster attraction. And here on Chall Chats, we cannot wait to bring you more construction updates on this new Spider-Man experience. So when you look at the original story of this forward and backward launching roller coaster, I think that it matches perfectly. I think the Spider-Man theme is perfect for this ride experience. When you look at the planned coaster experience for Shanghai Disneyland in the future, obviously we didn't get an official opening time, construction timeline for this project. However, we got the confirmation of a Spider-Man theme, and I'm really loving the fact they've gone for Spider-Man. In terms of the trains, which we showed you on the concept art here on YouTube, it's looking very likely to be similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind kind of train, so maybe it could spin, maybe it might not. We don't know for certain. However, here on Chall Chats, we could see similarities of Cosmic Rewind, and we cannot wait for this brand new coaster experience to open at Shanghai Disneyland, and we can't wait to cover all the updates here on the channel and across all other platforms. And from one Spider-Man attraction to another Spider-Man attraction, and that's Hong Kong Disneyland. They are set to add a Spider-Man themed attraction, however, this is not going to be a roller coaster. The presence of Hong Kong Marvel will be expanding with an all-new Spider-Man attraction. This will serve as an expansion to the Stark Expo themed area, where Tony Stark has invited Peter Parker to show off some of his new inventions. Unfortunately, it looks like his inventions have gathered the attention of Dr. Octopus. Nothing is said about the style of the attraction, but something about the concept art gives off vibes of Tower of Terror. The Spider-Man holding a car full of riders from falling with his webs. I would probably bet on this being taking over the former Utopia space, located right next door to the Iron Man experience, where the park had previously been wanting an Avengers-themed dart ride. So from the concept art, it is very, very clear a Tower of Terror style attraction looks set for Hong Kong Disneyland. And when you look at the former Autopia land, and you look at the park wanting to put an Avengers dart ride within that piece of land in the park, you can put 2 and 2 together and make 4 rather than 14. And here on Chall Chats, again, just like many of the projects we've covered, non-D23 announcement and D23 announcement, so D23 announcement and non-D23, we can't wait to cover a whole vast array of Disney projects, such as the Wreck-It Ralph Dart Ride, such as this Spider-Man attraction, such as the Shanghai Disney Spider-Man attraction, such as Villain Land, such as the Cars expansion. So many projects announced at D23. Wreck-It Ralph was non-D23, but we can't wait to cover it nonetheless. That's why we covered it in this update. We just can't wait. We just cannot wait to cover a vast array of Disney Park updates. And this is no different. I think a Tower of the Terror style attraction is perfect for Hong Kong Disneyland. I think that Spider-Man theme is perfect for the style of ride experience. And I think that taking over that Autopia plot of land would be a wonderful thing indeed. Now, let's go over to the parks nearest to me, and that is Disneyland Paris and the Disney Adventure World, currently known as the Walt Disney Studios Park. Lights, camera, action. So we had a vast array of projects for the French parks, starting off with Disneyland Paris as a whole. A new nighttime spectacular will feature projections on the Disneyland Paris castle, with more details expected to come in the future. It's expected to debut in January 2025. Now, I, again, really cannot wait for this, because I feel like nighttime spectaculars are a key cornerstone of the DNA of Disneyland. And I think that Disneyland Paris is no exception. Here on Chall Chats, we cannot wait to see what's going to happen with this nighttime spectacular. But let's get on with some actual park updates from the Disney parks. And the bulk of updates comes from the Walt Disney Studios Park, set to be named, of course, as Disney's Adventure World. Now then, the first update is about the World of Frozen. A new update confirmed that the World of Frozen has been pushed back to early 2026. This is obviously not the best news in the world. However, when you look at the amount of detail going into the World of Frozen as part of the Walt Disney Studios expansion to be renamed as Disney Adventure World, I believe that the Frozen-themed land looks absolutely fantastic. I think the Frozen-themed land is going to be a wonderful addition to the Walt Disney Studios, and I think that this is going to be a wonderful area full of just amazing theming, immersive detail. I think the main attraction within the area is going to be fantastic. However, with the World of Frozen opening as 2026, another new attraction has been announced to be in development for the park. And oh my giddy auntie, what an announcement by the French Park Resort. Themed to The Lion King, we're getting a Splash Mountain. We're getting a log flume experience featuring Pride Rock. Themed to the original Lion King movie, not the remake, but the original Lion King. We've got concept art that realises a new Flume-style attraction in the Adventure World Park, now known as Walt Disney Studios. Guests will go for a ride through the caverns below Pride Rock to relive Simba's journey from a cub to the Lion King, before taking a big plunge at the end. The inspired area will not just be a new ride, but will feature a themed area in and around it, including new dining and shopping adventures and the chance to meet some favourite Lion King characters. This was the big one from Disney Studios in Paris, and oh my giddy auntie, I can't wait for this. I really can't wait for this. I love The Lion King. It's one of my favourite animated family movies of all time. I think the original brought me to tears when Mufasa died originally as a kid. It still kind of brings me to tears now. But I think that taking advantage of the original, using the technology of the modern version of the film, bringing it to bring the classic version to life. Of course, it is very important to note this will be based off the original 90s film rather than the modern remake of the 2020s decade. And it's just great to see a Splash Mountain finally come to the world of Disney in Paris, France. I think it's great to see the Studios Park, new Adventure World theme name of the park, getting this Lion King area, this mini plaza with the log flume attraction, this flume style ride. We don't know the manufacturer of the flume. We might think it could be something like an Intamin. We might look at Matt Rides as a potential manufacturer. Intamin is probably the most likely guess in this respect. I just can't wait for it. I really can't wait to see Lion King come to life through this brand new flume style experience. And here on Chall Chats, as per usual, we'll be covering so many of these projects, including the legend of Pride Rock. And finally, for your D23 announcements from the attractions industry, we're going to the Disney Cruises, as they've announced 4 more ships have been added to their fleet. There are currently 5 active ships: Magic Wonder, Dream, Fantasy and Wish, with 4 more already under construction to launch in the next few years. This will be the Disney Treasure, located in December 2024, Disney Adventure in Singapore in 2025, and Disney Destiny in late 2025, with a 4th Wish-class ship, formerly Triton class, set to be ordered by the Japanese partners Oriental Land Company, hoping to launch in Japan in 2028. Now, on top of these 9 ships, they've confirmed to add 4 more, which will likely form a new design class, and look for these new class of ships to begin launching in phases between 2027 and 2031, which will see the Disney fleet grow to a total of 13 vessels. So if you're a cruise fan, you're going to love this bit of news. And there we have it. Thank you everyone for sticking around for all this Disney news, all this D23 Expo news. So much to go through in that video and update it overall across all platforms. So much to explore, so much to go in detail about. Plenty of new attractions for all the parks, all the attractions worldwide. Obviously, like I said, the Wreck-It Ralph attraction wasn't a D23 announcement, but I had to go through it because it was very, very important to mention that ride over the last couple of months after it being confirmed. And with, you know, it being like a month or 2 until the closure of Astro Blasters, I thought it'd be very important to mention that for you guys to get your last rides in on Astro Blasters over in Tokyo. But I can't wait. I really can't wait for this. All these new attractions for Disney I'm just so blown away by all this Disney news. And here on Chall Chats, we're going to bring you everything around the D23 Expo that's been announced as the construction progresses begin and the construction on these brand new attractions starts to commence in future years. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thrill seekers of all ages, I am the CHALL. Please like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube. Go and check out our platforms on podcasting, and also check out our social media platforms. Ta-ra for now, and that is the end of your Disney theme park experience.